Georgia Mets. Just like the team, I like to play the field. Now, what is it about the field? Is it shaped like a diamond? Yeah, right, but I don't really care for a diamond at my age. It's good for an investment, but it doesn't make me warm and cozy at night. So I'm gonna go to the ballpark. That's the first thing, it's a ballpark. And I'm gonna go watch the players play. But they're not playing. Their goal is to score. They've been training for it. They're working for it. They're all dressed up for it. Okay, let's go score, honey, because you know what, it's been a while. I live here, I'm gonna wanna score too. So I go to the ballpark, and what happens? The first guy comes out, comes up, he gets his bat, he swings it, he holds it like this. I said, you think he never had a bat in his hand before? You never had anything long and hard between your legs? You gotta get a feel for this new bat. All right. Sometimes you notice they tap it. You ever see the guy tap the tip? Is he checking to see if it's full? What the fuck is it? Yeah, okay, it'll stand up to that. It'll stand up to everything, honey. Don't worry about it. So then he goes like this, right? He assumes the position. And I said, oh shit, he's cocked and ready to go. And look how strong his thighs are. And some of these guys, I noticed they give a little wiggle. And I said, is that just for me, honey? Because I'm getting excited. You know, it's working, sweetheart, go ahead. And then, as soon as he gets the pitch, he hits it. He hits whatever comes in the direction of his bat because he wants to score. Oh yeah. He runs to first base. Oh my God, he's on first. Well, you know, sweetheart, I can't run like I used to, but I can still steal. So I'll steal second. I'll meet you there. You know how many times I've been to second base? I can't depend on the other guys. I come home frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I better stay home. It's not working for me, you know. For God's sakes, I retired. I'm a nurse. I retired from my career. Moved out of New York to come down to Florida to party, to have a great time. That's right, let's do it. Oh, the money I'm saving on my taxes, I'm spending on drinking. I'm spending on food. My friends go, what's up? I said, my cholesterol, my weight, and my blood sugars. They're up. But I gotta put the money somewhere. Yeah, my sugar. I can get sugar, I can give sugar, depends. Depends what kind of bat you're holding. All right, anyway, so I said, okay, now where do I land? Port St. Lucie. Oh, shit, I thought PSL meant partying for singles and lovers. No, it means probably single and lonely. Oh, crap, oh, fine. So I went on a dating website. So I met a guy, he's a roofer. It was going pretty well until he started giving me shingles. All right, you know what? I'll just, all right. So I took a cooking class to try to get used to cooking again. I'm not much of a cook. So I meet a baker in the class. And you know what he was doing? He was buttering me up. I said, hey, sweetheart, you're on a roll. And he says, you know, baby, I need you. I said, I need you too. And then I said, you know what, this guy has a lot of dough. And I'm on a fixed income, so it's very attractive. And I'll tell you what, he learned how to toast my buns very nicely. Things were going along great until the moment of truth. He had a lot of yeast, but he couldn't make it rise. I ain't got time, pal. Go. Goodbye. See you later. So I said, oh, God damn it, I can't meet anybody. I called my sister up. I said, Leah, I can't get a date. My dating life sucks so bad I can't even get picked up at the airport. She goes, Georgia, why don't you just lower your expectations? Fine. I lowered them by 2 inches. Okay, fine. In height. Just in case you were thinking, no, I know I've only been on second base, but I'm not giving up that part, not doing it. So I said, all right, maybe I should broaden out. I'll go somewhere else. Like, I went to Hutchinson Island, right? All the beaches. There was a tiki bar there. I said, they serve drinks at the beach? I love it here. I sit down. The bartender comes over to me and he says, wow, how do you like your liquor? Tall, single, and preferably with a mustache. And then I said, oh shit, I'm supposed to lower my expectations. Okay. Average height, legally separated with some facial hair. He goes, all right, what about sex on the beach? I said, what about it? So I had sex on the beach. It was great not taking sand out of my bathing suit for a whole day. I enjoyed myself. But I did say to the guy, I said, listen, can you explain something to me? What's the difference between a white Russian and a black Russian? Excuse me. Did you write the jokes? No. Even if you did write them, I'm telling them. Okay, so, but you're right. Are you a bartender? No. Oh, okay, thanks. So this is the only joke that pertains to you. All right, let's start again. What is the difference between a black Russian and a white Russian? He says cream. I said, oh, thank God. I thought it was 2 inches. So I said, oh, you know what? Let me just keep going. I'm just going to keep expanding, going to keep going out. Oh, by the way, I'm divorced from New York, and I'm the first one in my family to defund the police. My ex is a cop. My friend said, what did you learn being married to a cop? Oh, I learned how to get out of a chokehold. How to get out of that. That was quite an experience. All right, so I'm here down in Port St. Lucie, and I'm gonna have to do something about my stuff. I have to replace my doctors and my dentist. When I worked upstate, I worked up in New York. I worked for a very prestigious hospital. I was hanging out with those. I worked in an intensive care unit. It was sucked. When I had to tell a joke, my patient was in a coma. I was like, yeah, this ain't working. And I don't know if I can crack a joke with the family. They were scared to death, so I had to keep quiet. So I used to go mess around with the doctors playing. Then I started dating the doctors. I dated an anesthesiologist. But when we were together, I didn't feel a thing. I dated a urologist, so he was making me pee my pants. I even dated a dermatologist, but he was always getting under my skin. And his nickname for me was Flaky. Why do I have to put up? I don't have to put up with any of that crap. So here I am. That's why I'm probably not feeling the love down here, because I'm not dating any doctors. But you know, I have to get a new doctor and a new dentist. I'm never going to be able to replace my dentist in New York. He treated me like royalty. I have more crowns in my mouth than Buckingham Palace. And my friends say to me, Georgia, what are you doing now that you're in Florida? I said, oh, I do stand-up. How do you get on stage and tell jokes in front of strangers? I've been giving enemas to strangers for 30 years. Okay? They gave me a lot of shit, but all right. All right, I'm not gonna give you people too much shit. You're sitting too close to the stage anyway. Don't give me too much shit either, right? I don't have my visor on. All right. And then they say, so what are you doing? Well, I'm hanging around the golf course. Well, what are you doing at the golf course? Well, there's a lot of strokes and handicaps there. And those guys dress really well. They all have white shoes on. They're nicely dressed. I don't know, are they married? I don't know where they get their dressing. But here's the thing about those guys. Just like the baseball player, am I right? Bending over with good posture, holding something long and hard between their legs, gonna hit a ball the size of their testicle into a hole they can't even see. Okay? That's my skill set. That's what I want. God. And if they stroke out, no problem, honey. I'm certified. I'll just drive you straight to the ER. I'll be a nurse. I'll take you home, and I'll get a handicap sticker out of it. You know how important it is to have a handicap sticker? I live in tradition. You know what it's like to find your fucking car? I go in over here. I end up over there. Where's my car? It's nowhere. That's where I get my steps. Georgia, you walked 14,000 steps. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to my car. So I meet the doc. I got a new doctor. I swear to God, I get a doctor finally. The doctor looks at me and he goes, I don't see any record of your colonoscopy. I said, that's because I never had one. Why not? I said, because I had to give myself an enema. After giving enemas for 40 years, you think I want to end by giving myself an enema? What kind of justice is that? I said, you know what, Doc, I'll have my colonoscopy during my autopsy. All right. That's my time. Thank you.
Georgia Metz, everybody. Oh no, keep it going, man. We love the female perspective of comedy. One more time, Georgia Metz. Hey guys, we're real excited about this guy. A good friend of ours from Akron, Ohio. He was